Next we will be seeing about the 8th experiment here. 8th experiment is same as that of the 7th, but here we are using the other technique, that is the merge sort. Previously we are using the quick sort, here we are using the merge sort. So in the merge sort also we are using the numbers which are less than 5000, and again we have to do the same thing. This is also again using the divide and conquer method here. Here also we are calculating the time taken for this program for its execution. So everything is same, only we are doing the merging using the merge sort here. So first we will divide the array into two parts, then we are comparing one element from the left part and other element from the right part, and then we are arranging them in the ascending order. So if one side of array finishes, then other side of array is copied as it is in the resultant sorted array. So let us see how it is done here. So here what we are doing is importing the random class, since we are generating the random numbers, and next we are importing the scanner class also, since we are going to read some data. So we are creating a class called as a merge sort here. So and we are again creating a variable called as max and initializing the value to here 1000. You can initialize to anything here. So less than 5000 they have said, so we have taken here thousands. Then we are next what is done here, void merge, means here a function will start in which it is going to partition here again. So what it is doing, I is equal to low, j is equal to mid plus 1 and k is equal to low. So whatever values we are passing as a parameter here in the function header, those variables are initialized to I, j, k here. And what we are doing here, we are declaring one more array, that is result array, resarray. This is the result array we are going to declare. Then result array is equal to new int. Here only declaration is done. Here what we are doing, memory is allocated using the new function, that is dynamic allocation takes place here. So now what we are doing next is, when I is less than mid and j is less than high, we are comparing the elements here, that is element from the left side and element from the right side of the array. If array of I and array of j, means one element from the left side array, other element, first element from the right side. See, I means it is from low, j means it is mid plus 1, means j will indicate the right side array, I will indicate the left side array. So if the array on the left side, element of the array on the left side is less than the element on the right side, then we are copying that smaller element into the resultant array. See, if this condition is true, then what we are doing, array of I is copied, I is incremented, and the resultant variable k is also incremented. Suppose if this is false, if the left side element is not less than the right side element, then what we are going to do is, we are copying the right side element into the resultant array. That is shown in the next part of code, that is the else part. In the resultant array we are copying the right side array element and incrementing the value of j and value of k. So this is how we are comparing here. Next what we are going to do, if I is less than mid, this part of code is checking whether the one side of array is over or not. So if left side of array, right side of array is over, means if right side elements are over and still left side elements are remaining, that is when I is less than or equal to mid, whatever remaining elements are there in the left side, that are been copied here. Suppose if left side elements are over, means right side elements will be still present, so right side elements will be copied using this line of code in your resultant array here. Then what we are doing, copying the resultant array in our original array, that is ARRAY, that from m is equal to low, m is less than high, m plus plus, we are copying the resultant array, that is the sorted array, into this array, original array. So this is how we are using the merge sort we are doing here. So for partitioning, again we are taking here like this, another sort function is present in this class, that is if low is less than high, what we are doing, mid is equal to low plus high divided by 2. Here we are going on dividing the array until it is indivisible, until only 2 elements or 1 element is remaining, we are going on dividing the array. How we are dividing into equal parts, that is low plus high divided by 2. Then we are taking the left part from low to mid, right part is from mid plus 1 to high. This is how we are partitioning, and after partitioning what we are doing, we are calling the merge function. So this merge function which we have seen here on the top, which will compare one element from the left side and another element on the right side, and then it will put it into the resultant array. So this will complete the sorting and partitioning. Next we will be seeing here how we are calling this one in the main function. So we are having here public static void main. Again the explanation of this one I have given in the previous program. Then we are here declaring the variable called as array here, that is ARRAY, and also a variable I. So here we are first printing a message for the user to enter the size of the array. Then we are declaring the object of the scanner class. Why we are declaring the object? Yes, we are going to use this object for reading the input data. See, now the user is going to enter the array size, so that data should be read. It will be stored in the n variable. N is equal to sc dot next. Next, here what we are going to do, here you are here previously only the array is declared. Here the array will be allocated the memory dynamically. So after this what we are doing, we are generating the random numbers using the object of the random. Generator is a object of the random here. So what we are doing, I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. What we are doing, whatever number we are generating, that we are storing in the array of I here. So the range again here is given is 20, means from 1 to 20 the numbers will be generated. Next what we are doing, we are printing array before sorting. Here array elements is generated automatically, user is not giving the data. Here what we are doing here, before sorting whatever data is there, that we are printing using this one, that is system.out.println. Next, now just we have read the data. Here what we are going, start time, we are starting from here. Then next we are creating the object of this merge sort. So m is the object of the merge sort, and we are calling the sort function. This sort function will automatically call the merge function, and the array will be sorted. So after sorting the array, then we are stopping the time. So start time and stop time we are getting. So the elapsed time can be found out using the same thing as we have done in the quick sort, and it is displayed in the console. So after this what we are going to do, now we have sorted the array but still we have not printed. So to print the resultant array, we are using this part of code, where first we are displaying a sorted array is, this will be displayed, then the sorted array elements will be displayed. This is how merge sort sorting can be done here. So now let us execute this merge sort. So the name of the class here is merge sort. So we are copying this one, and first we are creating a project here, project, Java project, and click on next. So this is the 8th program, so I am just giving 8. Next, just click on finish. Then 8 project is been created. Right click, new, and go to class, hit the class option. So what is the name of the class we have to give? I have copied it, that is merge sort, because in this merge sort only we are having the main function, that is why I have given the merge sort here. So click on finish. Yes, a new class is created here. So this is what we are going to paste. Let us save this. After saving, let us see whether there is a errors here. Yes, some error is showing. So we have to, because it had come in the last line, next line. These are the possible errors you also may get when you are copy paste. So that is why I am insisting you to type the program. Okay, so now we are no errors, it is error free. Just save it, then we are going to run here. Yes, it is run successfully, and in the below console you can see that enter the array size. I am entering the array size as 10. So what will happen after this? 5 random numbers will be automatically generated which are unsorted. Yes, they have been generated, you can see here. So 16, 5, 7, 0, 0. These are the two numbers generated, and the time also is computed, which is displayed here. Next, sorted array. What is the sorted array? That is also displayed 0, 0, 5, 7, 16. This is how the merge sort works. Both the quick sort and merge sort have the same outputs, that is the sorted array, but the working method is different here. That is what you have to understand.